Okay, this is going to be drawing using constraints and dimensions. So this is our drawing we're going to try to create, and I will just bring up this version of it here. So constraints and dimensions allow us to create a drawing that is defined by a bunch of properties that constrain what it looks like, so that if we move things around, everything moves dynamically with it, and it is a very valuable method of being able to draw. So I'm going to create a new sketch here from the top, and let's look at how we might go after drawing this thing here. So we have a bunch of circles. We have a circle here, we have one here, we have two over here, two over here. We can describe the relationship between this and this as these are concentric circles. So we can use a concentric constraint to bind these two shapes together. So let's look at that. We have a diameter of 120 and a diameter of 280 right here. Radius 140, diameter 280. So let's start by drawing these. I'm going to start off by drawing some center lines here. Just going to define a couple center lines, and I'll show you in a minute why this is useful. We'll just draw some center lines like that. If I get rid of the axes, let me see if I can I'll get rid of those later. But basically those are my center lines. That's going to be my origin point there. So let's create a circle with a diameter. And here's what we're going to talk about. If I draw one circle that was, I think we said it was 120. That's my 120, and I draw another circle, and I'm not going to center these together. I'm just going to draw another one over here, and this one was going to be, let's dimension this as 280, I think it was. I think that's the way that's described, 120, 280. I want to make these concentric to each other. So the way that I do that, I go up here to my constraints, and I say concentric, and I say this one is concentric to this one. And now we can see this little symbol here that represents concentric. And now if I move one of these, if I was to move this circle, figure out how do I move that. But if I was to move it, the other one moves with it, basically. It's the way that that works. So let's look at this. I have this other circle over here and this one here. I'm going to draw two of those. Whoops. Just going to keep on sketching. Draw a circle over here. And this one was that one was supposed to be diameter 50 and diameter 100. And this one is 100. They are concentric to each other. So that's concentric to that. That is on this line here. So I'm just going to snap this too. Snap that to the origin line there. And what I want to do is I'm going to mirror this. Instead of drawing a second one, I'll just mirror this and this across that center line like that. Okay. And I want to make these symmetrical because these have symmetry across here. So I'm going to say that these are symmetrical. This and this are symmetrical across this line of symmetry right here. Oh, that's already been applied because I mirrored them. But the distance between them is going to be 750. So here to here is going to be 750. Like that. So that is good. I'm then also going to have two other circles 550 apart. One here and one here as well. They are a radius of 100 or diameter of 200. And they have symmetry to them. This and this symmetrical across that line there. And they are 550 apart on centers. Like that. And then I want to draw a line across the top of these. I'm going to draw a line here and a line here. And I want to make this line tangent across here. That will represent this line here. I have one that is called tangent, so I'm going to make this line tangent to this, and this line also tangent to this, tangent to here, tangent to here. That brings that up like that. And now I think I have everything I need. I just need to trim away what I don't need. So I'm going to start trimming, and I'm going to trim this and this and this, this, this. Why do we have an extra sketch here? somehow have an extra sketch here. Let's just do this. And trim. And there we go. We'll finish that sketch. That gives us that. And that can now be extruded up like that. And there we go. So that is drawing with constraints. So we've used the concentric, symmetry, tangent, a couple different constraints there, all very effective in creating this shape.